Hey guys, so this is going to be the first video of many. I am currently trying to get things ready for baby. So I have quite a few cleaning things I need to get done, organizational things, and I also really need to finish packing my hospital bag because I've been slacking with that, and get some things for the house. If you haven't been keeping up or you haven't watched the fact that we moved, we have been living in our new home currently for like 2.5, almost 3 months at this point, and there's still so much we need to get. This house is so much bigger than the last place where we lived. So there's lots of things that I need to get. Right now, this is our bedroom. You can see that I literally am using the floor because we have no nightstands, which we desperately need. This is the newest addition in our room. Ignore the Christmassy looking pajamas, but this is the mirror that we just got recently. I feel like I'll just overall feel better about myself if I could physically see what I'm wearing and not just throwing things on and hoping for the best. I mean, honestly, right now nothing actually fits, so it is what it is at this point. I've been working on the little guy's nursery. It's nowhere near complete. I'm debating if I want to complete that before he is born or if I want to wait until after he's here. I just need to get some more decor stuff, like a rug, more things to go on his wall physically, and come up with a better organizational system. And his closet, as of right now, it is organized, but I know there's more that I want to do for his room as well as Miles's nursery. I don't plan on doing a house tour just yet or super soon because there's so much we need to still get done between moving and then just having the holidays immediately afterwards. And actually, I've been using like the past month and a half to just get everything I physically need to get for him, and like clothing, and receiving tons of stuff from family members like diapers and wipes, and getting passies, and knowing I still need to like sterilize things and figure out the whole sleeping situation. Like, did I want to get him like a bassinet or do the whole pack and play type thing, or put his crib in our bedroom like we did for Miles? I don't even know what I'm doing, guys, but I do have the pack and play set out, which needs to be cleaned and everything, because you know, I used this for Miles several times with all of our military moves and obviously military functions that required me to travel quite a bit. So I don't want to just open it up and just use it right away. Obviously that would be disgusting because it's been in so many hotels. So as of right now, I feel like this may be what I use for him to sleep in, only because I feel like bassinets, honestly, you don't use them for that long, and he'll probably be in it for about 5-ish months. 6 months may or may not be kind of pushing it. I also like to have things like organized, so I like that this pack and play has the little caddy attachment where you can put like diapers and like hand sanitizers and wipes or breast pads or whatever I might want to throw in there, extra clothing, and then also still has like an actual changing table attachment. This also came with a bouncer, but I have the bouncer now in his nursery because I don't want to put it in the pack and play, because I remember I didn't really use it that often in the pack and play when I had Miles. I honestly liked it when it was out. The only times I had it in is if I was like cleaning the kitchen area in our first place that we lived in when we still lived in New Jersey. So yeah, now I'm just babbling on, but I'll show you some of the things I have done so far. Miles is napping. This is the current nursery situation. I'll do a proper tour. That's the other piece that goes to the pack and play, the bouncer I was talking about. That's the diaper rack. I just got the crib and everything is set up. Something on the wall, so it's not like there's nothing. And then I'm debating if I want to keep this swing or get a new one. But I've been so indecisive with this pregnancy. It's ridiculous. Miles is currently napping. And this is usually the time that I like to mostly relax and sit, because when he wakes up, he's literally like like a tornado, just like blowing through the entire house. Or I should just say the living room dining room area, because we do close it off with a little gate. So I don't know, I just feel like I'm like just really procrastinating this pregnancy. I don't know what it is, guys, but it's getting ridiculous because there's so much that needs to get done. I'm officially 36 weeks today, and I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and that already drains me because my doctor's office is so like far, almost a solid hour away, and I always have to bring Miles with me to my appointments, and he already doesn't really care for long drives. He doesn't care for obviously being in a doctor's office where he can't just like run rampant. So that just drains me. And then Tuesday also is the day that I get the girls from school early, and then by Wednesday I am like just dead, and then by Thursday I just don't have the energy to like actually physically get up and do anything. So that has been the current situation. So I'll show you guys, like I said, what stuff I've gotten done so far. This is the current kitchen situation. These have all been washed and sanitized, including the ones that are there. So literally all I have left is to clean some of my breast pump pieces, pacifiers, because I plan on using pacifiers this time around with the little guy, and just kind of leave that stuff out to dry a bit, and that way I can do the actual organizational stuff. And plus I need to still clean up stuff just around the house in general. Like, I'm literally falling apart. For the passies, I plan on putting them into this glass jar. I will obviously get more pacifiers and things like that, but this is what I plan on storing them. So I still need to physically clean this one as well. So that way it's ready to go. I don't necessarily know where I'm gonna put it. Possibly, most likely in this nursery, so we shall see. But guys, it's so crazy. At least I can say that I managed to finish packing his hospital bag, because honestly there's not a ton of things you need to bring for baby to the hospital. I did not get to do a hospital tour at my hospital where we'll be delivering him, unfortunately, but I'm just like praying and hoping that I'm bringing all the necessities. I'm basically bringing everything that I think I would honestly need. This time around, going to the hospital, I don't want to be there very long. Like, once they do whatever checkups and stuff they need to do for me and for him, like, I want to be out. Like, with all my other babies, I didn't mind staying in the hospital a few extra days, because I loved the fact that when you stay in a hospital a bit longer, I don't have to worry about like meals, like what am I gonna eat when I go home, like well, obviously I'm gonna eat food when I go home, but like at the hospital you don't have to worry about like what you're gonna actually eat. Everything's already there. I just like the care that I get. But when I had Miles, one of the things I realized is that I honestly do not like the fact that they're constantly in your room, and I felt like I got like zero sleep. Like, I felt like they were in there every single hour, and I'm probably right. I don't even think I'm being dramatic right now. So I don't want to be in the hospital for extended period of time. I want to go home this time around, so I'm only bringing him. I think I have 2 sleepers and then maybe like a going home outfit, only because, you know, babies make messes, and I wanted to make sure I had a few options. And then I'm bringing a few swaddles and just like small things like that. I think I did put a diaper or 2 into the hospital bag for him. I'm 100% sure the hospital is going to at least, you know, give us diapers. One of the other things that I just really need to do is to I don't even know how that right now. Oh, well, one of the things I really do need to do is to just like clean up today, and I feel like that's what eats up so much of my day, because I make a huge point to clean up everything like before I go to bed at night. And my husband is an amazing amount of help because he's one of those really great husbands that like chips in and makes sure everything's done as well before bedtime. So that helps like quite a bit. But it's like once morning comes, it's not even like the girls are eating here because they eat breakfast at school in the mornings. So it's just basically like Miles that's eating, me and my husband as well that are eating in the mornings. And then it's just a matter of me having the energy to physically get up, take the clean dishes out from the night before and putting things away and cleaning up Miles's high chair and tray and things like that from the morning. And guys, I'm just so unmotivated. Like, I just need to get out of this funk. Like, I'm really hoping that nesting kicks in like really soon. Like, you would think that nesting is right now because I'm cleaning, but actually this is just me physically like forcing myself to get up so I can get this done. So I'm going to finish scrubbing all of these bottle parts that you saw in the sink, and pieces to my breast pump that you saw in the sink, to at least make sure that they're 100% cleaned out. I do plan on breastfeeding like I've done with my previous pregnancies, but at the same time I do want to do a little more bottle feeding this time. Actually, I mean, I did do quite a bit of bottle feeding with Miles. Not me personally giving him the bottle because he was in daycare because I was still in university, but I do plan on doing some more bottle feedings with this little guy as well, because honestly it's going to be nice just to have my husband around the clock to like help like during the day when he is home, like to do some feedings, or if I need to run out, I don't have to have that stressor of like always having to bring the baby with us. So that's my plan. I don't know how much I'll stick to it, only because I love breastfeeding because it's super easy. Well, yeah, right, it's not super easy, it's like a full-time job, but I feel like it's easier than waking up in the middle of the night and like having to like make bottles. So I will for sure always be nursing at night, because I just can't, like with the warming up bottles and stuff, it's ridiculous. So yeah, definitely breastfeeding at night, and then maybe during the day, especially like weekends and stuff, if we are going out and about, definitely want to have bottles and stuff handy. So I'll keep you guys updated. So I had my doctor's appointment on Tuesday and they did the group B strep test. Yeah, group B strep test, and I don't know why this time around I just felt really nervous about getting the test done. I've had it done so many times, but yeah, for whatever reason I had a little bit of anxiety about it. Not necessarily about the results, but just about the procedure. I don't know, I just feel like I'm just so ridiculous sometimes this pregnancy. So my midwife went ahead and did that, and she also wanted to see if I had dilated any, and I was definitely 1 centimeter, she said. She didn't mention any like effacement or anything like that, so I don't know those details, and honestly I didn't even think about asking her that until I already left, because I know that dilation doesn't really mean much of anything, but just the fact that I am dilating some is very exciting for me, mostly because of the fact that with all my other pregnancies I just did not dilate at all, especially at 36 weeks. Like, being 1 centimeter is like nothing when you think about it. I think it's like your fingertip or so, but it's definitely better than nothing. I will say that. At least I know my body is doing things, and that all of the Braxton Hicks that I do have, and the whole like lightning crotch that I'm experiencing is actually doing something. So that's the most exciting thing, because I felt like with Miles I was just experiencing so much, and for a while, like my doctor would just be like, you're completely closed, and then eventually they were like, we think you're 1, and I think I was like barely kissing 39 weeks at that point. So this time around, it's good to know that I am at least 1 centimeter, especially at 36 weeks. So I'm hoping that this time around I do not have to get induced. That's something that I just want to avoid altogether. So anyway, today I completely lost my mucus plug. Okay, let me just rewind. So last night I had the most painful, and I mean like just painful cramps. I like was in so much pain that it literally woke me out of my sleep, and I was like thinking like, oh my gosh, I think I might be going into labor. But it wasn't consistent, and it literally like did not even last 5 minutes when I experienced it. So it might have just been a way I was laying or something like that, or maybe the baby was like just laying in a weird position or putting a lot of pressure on, you know, some nerves or something. I have no idea, but it was just very painful. So this morning I lost my mucus plug around 10 a.m. and it definitely took me by surprise a little bit, because I was in the kitchen and I was going to make myself a veggie burger, because I eat breakfast pretty early because all of the kids are up and like getting ready for the day by like 5:30, 6 a.m. So by 10 a.m. I'm starving. So I'm making myself a veggie burger, or start the process, and I just feel like just pure wetness, TMI. And I'm like, all right, maybe I just need to go to the bathroom. Obviously, my first thought is discharge, because in pregnancy you have tons of discharge. And I went to the bathroom and I lost like the entire thing. Like, and I know it's the entire thing because of, let's just say the amount. I know like with Miles, I did lose some of a mucus plug at one point when a doctor did a membrane sweep at my 38.5 week appointment. And then when I went, I don't think I was 38.5 weeks. It might have just been like 30 in like a day or so. And then at my 39 week appointment, because I knew I was gonna get induced if I didn't go into labor. So when they did that second membrane sweep the following day, I actually had more of that bloody show, and lost a little more of my mucus plug, but it wasn't as much as it was today. So I definitely think that I lost the entire thing for sure. I know I lost a little bit of it, I think it was a week ago at this point, but it was very little. And then today it was the whole thing. So this is actually the first time where I'm having not only just like Braxton Hicks contractions, but also having other signs of labor, or labor coming, like losing my entire mucus plug. So I don't know if it really means much. I've been Googling it online. It said it can happen within hours, or within days, or within a week, like any other prenatal symptom or possible labor symptom that you get. So it's very vague, let's just say. So I think I'm just going to try to relax and see what happens. I can't remember the last thing I even recorded on here. I know that I was trying to sterilize some things for the baby, and I did manage to get all of that stuff done. Now the only thing I still really need to do is actually get my hospital back together. I mean, I need to put like more underwear in there. I need to make sure that I have like something cozy that I want to sleep in. I was gonna buy pajamas like I did the last time, but I haven't found anything that I actually like. So I think I might just wear like some maternity leggings, or like my bike shorts and like a comfy tee, and maybe wear like a cozy cardigan or my robe or something, just something that I know is cozy. And then I don't know how cold the room is going to be, but in the hospital it's going to be pretty cold, so I may just bring a blanket. But like I mentioned before, my goal is to not stay in the hospital too long, so I don't want to just like run out and get a whole bunch of like random stuff for my hospital bag personally, knowing that my goal is to not really be there. but we'll see how that all works out. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update. So hopefully next time I pick up this camera, I'll know whether or not I'm going into labor early or if I actually have completed my hospital bag on time. So we'll see.